How'd you get started? It's a fucking question everyone answers.
What religion do you practice? What are your political affiliations?
We got any Buddhists in the house?
That's important because we're really dicey.
Got any Shinto?
Out of the way.
We got any Shintos in the house, dude? Shinto Buddhism.
Shout out.
Shout out to Japan, I guess.
I don't know.
That's like a thing, right?
Yeah, right?
Shout out to Japan.
Yeah.
The whole country.
The whole country of Japan.
For affiliations with Buddhism.
Alright, welcome to the show, guys.
Welcome.
Alright. SpookiBoiz. I don't even know what fucking episode this is.
You never know. You never know. It's like you don't care.
I don't fucking care. I just edited
You actually opened the last episode of the same thing. You were like,
Yeah.
it. It's not even a bit at this point. It's just
Episode
reality.
42.2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
alrighty, we are on episode 42 here. Electric Boogaloo.
I'm Robert and Cedric,
I am Cedric.
and we are joined by...
SpookiBoiz Podcast. Josh and Andrew.
I'm Andrew. This is Josh.
Yes.
You're watching on YouTube. To my
Yes.
left.
Yeah. Actually, I watched last episode on YouTube.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, I like your guys' YouTube stuff. How long have you had YouTube? You've been doing that since...
2019 or so?
Okay, so since the beginning?
Yeah. Yep.
Nice. Yeah.
The beginning of what? YouTube?
Oh, podcast.
Podcasting
You
in
guys
general.
were on there with the cat videos?
Yeah.
Before the adpocalypse, like.
For that first adpocalypse, dude, hit hard. Took everyone out. Now it's Mad Max right
We're
now.
OGs like Shoe Nice.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, 2019.
Okay.
So we kind of just started in his basement and then got progressively, well, only slightly progressively better.
That's all right. We've made slight adjustments over time, but we've kind of stuck to like what we originally went with. We started with Zoom. That's what we're still rocking with.
Yeah.
Our buddies have we've upgraded our mics. Originally, we were actually using Xbox headsets.
Oh.
So that if you listen to our first couple episodes, we are on Xbox headsets.
Oh, shit.
Then we finally decided like, all right, let's try and find like a mid-tier mic. You know, we wanted to get, the Shure mics, go all out. And then we realized, those are $400+ dollars. How about we find some in the $100 range?
Yeah, right.
Thankfully, these ones were like $35.
really?
So I was like, fuck it, dude. It was like Black Friday sale. I'm grabbing 2 of them.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
The one I got off Amazon, or not Amazon, eBay. You can tell because of the fucking dent in it.
So if it still works, that's all.
The karaoke didn't. Yeah.
How did you guys actually get started?
I can kind of introduce that. So it was, for a while, it was like bar chats. We were at the bar.
Yeah.
Our buddies would, everyone says it. We should start up. I think every single male
20-something white guy.
has said we should start a podcast.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yep.
The differentiator is the ones that actually do start it and the ones that carry through with it and continue to do it. So we finally... Me and Josh kind of were like, all right, let's actually do this. And we were like, what can we talk about? And it was really obvious right off the bat, like movies.
Yeah.
That's something that like us and our buddies all are huge fans of. So it was easy to talk about. It's the other nice thing is it's unlimited content.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many movies and TV shows, and there's constantly new stuff. So
Genres, subgenres.
Yeah, and we will never, for example, like us this year, we've got stuff like kind of loosely planned out until like springtime, which is movies that are coming out, old movies that we want to do. We get recommendations from people, you got to check this out. So that's how it started. It was just a chit chat in the bar pretty much. And then we were like, let's actually follow through. We do actually have, no one knows this, but we actually have a An
Uh-oh.
original.
Oh,
an
dude,
original
SpookiBoiz exclusive.
Yeah.
An original. Yeah, I'll say it here on SpookiBoiz. We have an original version of the podcast of just me and Josh.
From like, I think it was 2021.
Yeah, it is cringy as fuck.
Oh, God.
It wasn't movie
It
based.
never.
Hey,
It wasn't
I don't
movie
even-
based. Like it was us just trying to chit chat, and we kind of like scripted it, but not really. It was bad.
Yeah, I think only our girlfriends heard it. So,
Everybody has episode 0, though, so
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
true episode.
and we had
0.
them sign NDAs, so
Yeah.
but
Yeah, they can't speak on that. But episode 1 was what the Pixar tier list.
yeah. And then we were like, let's bring in some like entertaining people, so we brought our friends in. And shout out to Brian, Aiden, and Mike. We couldn't do that without them. That's what's cool is like. A lot of us, like, sometimes, like, someone has to miss an episode or something, we do 2 weeks, so, but it's cool to have different perspectives on movies and stuff like that. Like, we have one friend that loves Marvel, so he likes to relate every movie, or if someone's in a Marvel movie, he's like, you know they're in this Marvel movie, right?
Yeah.
So they're in Iron Man 3. But since we started to now, it's like his perspective on movies has completely changed and grown throughout the show, so it's really cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then we'll bring guests on, like, who we kind of went to high school with for the most part, and they'll recommend movies. So like we just did like the Grand Budapest Hotel, which I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Love that fucking movie.
You know, I still haven't seen it.
Really? Yeah. So I hadn't seen it.
I didn't watch it either. Actually, they did that one without me.
Yeah. So
Oh.
our friend recommended
Ooh,
it.
dude.
Crazy, so we're like,
I
we'll
was
have
out
you
of
on.
town.
Yeah.
Dissension.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty fun. Yeah. So and then we were able to have you guys on in October. So that was fun. That's one
That
of
was
my
really
favorite
fun.
episodes I think we've done. So,
Yeah, I
top
feel like
5
we should briefly speak on that, how we kind of met you guys. I mean, we talked about that real quick in our episode, but if you want to talk to your viewers, kind of how that happened.
Yeah, it's funny because I'll kind of mention something in between, but I'll let Seti kind of start because there was like a weird kerfluffle with us realizing what happened. Go for it.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I was in Target, just kind of like minding my own business,
one does.
looking through the clothes, and so I see someone like folding clothes, and I was just like, all right, she's cute or whatever, and
Thanks.
yeah, exactly. So of course, like,
fucking do
I
this now, dude.
I shoot my shot, and she tells
Fucking
me
asshole.
that she has a boyfriend. I was like, all right, well, that's fine. Well, hey, I have a podcast. And she was like, no shit. My
Like
boyfriend has
that
a
was
podcast
gonna
too. And I was just like, all right, cool. This turned into something else. Awesome.
Thanks for muddying the waters, asshole.
Yeah, right.
No, and I think we started like that week, so it was like perfect timing.
Yeah, right.
It's funny because at the same time, I run the social media, so I worked at Target at the same time as that happened.
Oh, wow.
No shit.
But I worked at the one in Dearborn.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I think you
On
mentioned.
Ford Road?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Fuck that place, by the way. Also, if you're watching this, anyone from that show,
I went and helped over there for a
Yeah?
couple days. Yeah.
it's we did the remodeling and shit.
Yeah.
If anyone who has negative feelings with me is watching this, fuck you, dude. Got me fucking fired on some bullshit. But I worked at the same time, and I was like, "Who? I don't remember meeting anyone named this." And this. I was so confused. I'm like, "This is Cedric? Was it fucking Cedric?"
That's funny.
Oh, they fired me.
So full disclosure, though, your girlfriend's super cool,
Thank
and everything happens
Shout
for a
out
reason.
Emma.
Though. Yeah, right.
I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been his sister or something.
Yeah.
Shout out to all our ladies, dude. Shout out to my girlfriend. I'm gonna be editing this right next to you, so you're probably gonna see this.
That did end up actually working out really well because she was like, yeah, I just talked to this real nice guy at Target. Like, he said he has a podcast. And immediately I was like, oh, send me his, because we just started. I was like, send me his fucking podcast. Like, let me see what they're up to.
Throw out some
And-
connections, baby.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, like immediately I was like, all right, well they got to be local because I was like, we could probably at some point do some sort of collab. And then I looked into your guys' podcast and I texted Josh and I was like, hey, I met this guy at Target. They got a podcast. I'm like, how about I was like going through your guys' podcast and I was like looking at the name and everything. I was like, why don't we get them in like Halloween? Like I was like, we're gonna be doing. I was like, they're called the fucking SpookiBoiz. I'm like, we got to get them on a Halloween-esque podcast episode, and I think that one's actually done pretty good for us.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Like number-wise, which is kind of cool to get you guys on.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just listened to the episode where you guys were talking about like the menu and stuff like that. That was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Have you seen that one yet?
The menu?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So where was I? I think I was on vacation.
Yeah.
When they recorded that one, so I wasn't here for that, but I went and watched it on my own time on HBO Max, and I guess I forgot that was a horror movie.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like beginning it, and it's like, what genre? I didn't look it up though because I was like, I'm gonna be surprised. I hadn't even seen a trailer for that, so I'm like, it's like 42 minutes in, and spoiler, sorry if you haven't seen the movie, but I'm gonna tell you right now.
It's out. Watch the movie.
I haven't seen it yet. But I don't care.
Okay. Well, it's like 42 minutes in or 47. I don't remember. Right around that 40-minute mark, and someone just comes in the kitchen and shoots themselves in the head, and I'm like, what the fuck?
There's barely any context, so you feel like something's gonna happen, but the whole lead up to the scene is just like everyone's still just as confused as they were, I don't know, fucking 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, because they know that this super fancy restaurant, and they just think like, oh, this is part of the act. Like, this,
Yeah.
Right.
But in the back of everyone's head, you can kind of see it's like, wait, no, I think that guy just killed himself. Like, that actually happened. And no, that movie was awesome though.
Yeah, because they also talked about the Barbarian too. So you
Yep.
Love Barbarian. Love Barbarian.
Love Barbarian.
Another one.
Yeah.
No idea. So I had seen the trailer for that. Talk about an awesome misleading trailer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You think the whole movie's gonna be about that like first act? Nope, not at all. It does a complete like 180 twist.
And I love that it had like the whole like anthology vibe where it was like kind of following like the separate stories and then ultimately like coming to, I don't know, Granny, the
They
Granny
converged
flex.
at some point.
Yeah, and when Justin Log figures out like he can get more money for more square footage,
Yeah.
immediately just goes to him like going down the stairs like.
Yeah.
Looks right past like the bloody room.
Yeah,
on the bed
motherfucker.
and
Yeah, right.
Picturing it.
I'm gonna get more motherfucking square footage,
Yeah.
and he's like fucking. It's like the kind of shit that somebody like authentically would do.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And I don't know if you've seen it, but I feel like I've mentioned it every single time we've talked about Barbarian. But like Whitest Kids You Know, if you've ever seen that show,
What?
Oh, what's it on?
Dude.
IFC.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
originally on IFC, but all the episodes are on YouTube now for free.
Damn.
Cool.
And one of the leads that ran the show ended up passing away, Trevor Moore. But it's very sad. I love that show. We grew up with that show. And one of the people that made that movie, Zach Kreger.
Okay.
If you'll notice, he was the guy in the bar scene that Justin Long was talking to. He was like, "Yeah, man, what did she say then?" Like that fucking guy that was kind of egging him on.
Oh, the one that's like, I believe you, but you know, if you.
Yep. Yeah. It's that guy, and he's really fucking funny. They actually have a podcast too. It's called Self Suck Saturdays. It's fucking
Self-suck.
It's so funny.
I don't think I've ever actually listened to it.
Yeah, it's really good. They have one where they played like D&D and stuff. It's pretty fun.
That's sick.
But yeah, a lot of the dialogue in that movie is so fucking close to how it is in Barbarian.
Really?
That it's like it's the same kind of, I feel like, writing method of like just trying to authentically write what somebody would say, like just bullshit that somebody would say. And it's so it matches tonally so fucking much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I've never even heard of it. I'll be completely honest.
Oh, you'd love it.
It's a gym from the early 2000s, and like it's super like it didn't age well. Like
Yeah, there's some skits that are just not.
not kosher.
Okay.
But like it's I don't know, it was in that like sweet time and like the I don't know, the early 2000s where it was just super satirical and just like dicey.
Yeah.
And if you're into raunchy humor, it's just it's perfect, dude.
The part where she is driving through Detroit to go do her job interview, and it's daytime out and everything like that. She's just going through the suburb, and it's got the spooky music. It's about to happen. She's just driving through Detroit. That part made me laugh. I'm like, really?
And we had people in the theater that were actually kind of laughing at it. Like, if you're from the Metro Detroit area, you're just like, that's just Detroit.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah.
You're like unfazed.
But they make it look like this like urban area, like you know.
It's like maybe the east side, sure, but you're driving through Corktown, you're just gonna get wacky white kids with like bowl cuts and shit.
Yeah.
They're all in the bird scooter.
Yeah. Bowl cut mullets. I guess that's
Similar to
popular
mine
now.
and weak shoulders. Like, you're gonna get a lot of that.
Oh man, yeah, no, that's a great movie. Yeah, movies are good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Let me ask you this. So, when someone asks, when you're like, "Hey, I have a podcast" or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, wow, what's it on?" What's your elevator pitch when you're pitching your podcast or what it's about or whatever? Because I feel like I always have to give a similar one, but it takes me 2 or 3 minutes to get it out to explain it.
Yeah, I that kind of happens to me too. For the most part, it's me just kind of fumbling to say sometimes we talk about news.
Yeah.
Sometimes we talk about bullshit. Most of the time, it really is just us bullshitting and sometimes talking about horror movies, spooky ghost stories. But we try to save the spooky ghost stories for after dark.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
If you guys have any, maybe later on, a little later on in the episode.
I'm trying to think about any spooky ghost stories. I'll think about it for the end of the episode.
All right.
But this whole weird area in fucking Lincoln Park for some reason is weirdly haunted. I don't know.
That park that's right up the street, people see fucking lights at night and shit all the time.
Council?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, people do see lights and shit.
Jeez. Yeah, because I was curious because I'm like, I feel like I do a shitty, job of kind of pitching it or whatever, and I'm like, I feel like most people probably have a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
The best way to do it. So I was just interested to see
it
what kind of answer you guys give.
For me, I just tell them it's just a modge podge of silly shit from the early 2000s you probably repressed. Our attempt to stay current with what's going on in pop culture and or the media.
Yeah.
And other than that, it's just we have this weird Sandlot friend group that we had over the years. So we've just happened to have a lot of weird fucking things coincide in each other's lives, and I don't know. It's special.
So that's a good
I
pitch.
say that.
Yeah.
That's a good pitch.
Yeah.
That'd have me sold.
You did a better job of it than I did. It really is just us kind of bullshitting and, like he said, modge podge of just random shit from our lives, and then
Gotcha.
throw it all into one big melting pot, and then
See what comes out.
Yeah.
See what you cook up.
It's the cook-off, dude.
Don't start, dude. We also eat food sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes I don't want to become the food podcast, dude.
And play video games
wanna-
sometimes.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
we're gonna bring it back at some point, but we were doing Resident Evil for a little bit, but that kind of got derailed. We were doing Smash Brothers, like a little bit of Smash Brothers here and there, but we threw that up on the channel. Those are old. Fucking, that was like
Was it on
2019
Switch,
type
or?
shit. 2019, so around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, it was Switch.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very, very early. And then we have a capture card and stuff, and sometimes we would play like retro games and shit, but that didn't last super long. We're gonna bring it back though
Those
eventually.
scary games?
Probably do
Outlast.
scary
You
games.
should do Outlast.
Outlast would be
That'd
fun.
be so sweet.
Or The Last of Us.
Yeah, Last
Yeah,
of Us
yeah.
game, that'd be
Last
cool
of
too.
Us.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
funny. I never even played that game.
Really?
Like, yeah,
Me
just
neither.
Were you
replayed it.
watching the show?
Yeah. I dove into the show, and then I was like, I never played the game, and plus I was trying to I feel like zombie whole trope kind of was unfortunately beat down dead in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, everyone.
And Walking Dead kind of personified the drag of the
It did that.
concept, just like the inevitable kind of nihilism of it or nihilism.
It was always kind of mainstream, but it blasted it onto the fucking mainstream.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then hillbillies started to get into it, and it was oh yeah, all the downriver white trash is fucking. They love this shit. Wearing fucking camo every single day. The zombie apocalypse is coming one day.
Man,
Fucking ass.
We need camo in a lifted truck.
yeah,
to get them
exactly.
here.
I'd rather there be more Squidbilly Hills Have Eyes movies than fucking any more zombie movies. Let's just stop.
Yeah.
But The Last of Us does its own thing. It's like a
Yeah.
fungus, and I like it so far. I like
It's
it.
also just extremely fucking plausible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. So
It's
I
unsettling as
never
fuck.
played the game either, actually, at all. And I started watching the show, and I'm a big fan of it because it was the same. I had the same thought process. I'm like, this is the first kind of apocalyptic thing that's yeah, it's not happening, but it's it's not impossible. They gave some rationale, and you're like, okay, that's kind of believable. That is a possibility. They basically choked it up to increasing global temperatures and fungus can survive. And it's like that is something that's happening.
Yeah.
So cordyceps is a real thing too.
Yeah.
In real life, but it only affects ants.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Exactly.
That's what's fucking scary. It's like, geez, that could affect us technically.
It affects like ants and caterpillars.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And
Dude.
some spiders.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's
If
fucking wild.
you guys did you guys playing like Outlast just in the pitch dark, like that'd be crazy entertaining.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Right.
Outlast is great if you haven't played it, but yeah, that game's scary. It's probably one of the scariest games.
We talk about like Pokemon constantly, and I would love to do like, I guess Scarlet and Violet. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
love
I
it.
need to get it still.
Oh, dude, it's good.
Okay.
I don't know what happened to me, dude. Like in fucking high school, hated Pokemon. Now it's just like, oh, it hit me full
and I
on.
always tell him like coming up to like, dude, I don't know how you don't like it, and he was always just so like.
I stopped playing it after like the first DS game. Me and our buddy Brandon, who's been on like an episode or two, we've played until Diamond for the DS, and then we hacked the shit out of it, and then just
Yeah.
threw a bunch of shit. Yep, Game
Yeah,
Shark.
dude.
Ruined the
Timeless.
fucking game, and then I
Timeless
just didn't want to play it anymore, and I'm a fucking idiot.
So I have a theory. I feel like there was kids that grew up watching wrestling and loving wrestling, and there's kids that grew up and loved Pokemon. Now I don't know. Do you guys follow either?
Yeah.
Both.
It was like one or the other. Both. Okay.
Yeah, I'm both. Yeah.
I feel like most people it's either one or the other. I
Yeah,
don't
brother.
get-
Pokemon.
Really?
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
more
So
to that line.
I don't know. I feel like I've had that rough theory because I feel like people are either one or the other.
I was
Yeah.
very both. Like
Oh,
I had a
okay.
very weird, eclectic early 2000s.
Oh,
I
really?
dipped my toes in a little bit of everything.
Oh.
Like,
Did you two ever hop on the Pokemon Go train? Were you part of that?
no, because I just love the original mechanics of the game so much
I'm
that
still
you just-
playing it.
It's even today, like he stopped the car because he got like a shiny Eevee, but it wasn't a shiny Eevee. It was a Pokemon that could turn into like.
That shit hurt my fucking soul so bad.
Okay, get this. That's how fucking malicious and sad the game is, though. Because why would it be shiny if it's just like a fake like Pokemon?
true.
Well, when they're in the overworld, they're not supposed to be shiny. So it surprised me. I'm thinking like, oh shit, they did some kind of new update.
Yeah.
And I clicked on it, and then I fucking caught it. I was like, fuck yeah, dude, another shiny Eevee, sick. And then it like turns into a fucking Zorua or some shit.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I was so fucking mad. But yeah, we hacked the shit out of Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah.
I stopped playing it.
That's my favorite one too.
And then recently Sword and Shield came out a while ago, like 2018 or some
yeah.
shit. And I hopped on around then, and then I started transferring all because you can transfer Pokemon from
Yep.
like
From the
Game Boy Advance
Yeah.
and shit.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So
Oh, dude. And I transferred over a shiny Celebi. It's like one of the only ways you can get like a legit shiny Celebi is from
Yeah.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And then I swapped it over, or if you fucking play it on like the DS or the 3DS re-release or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up deciding, fuck it, I'm gonna play the one on 3DS, the Virtual Console
Oh
re-release.
okay. Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna shiny hunt for a fucking Lugia, and it took me a week and a half. It took me a week and a half of just resetting,
That's the
running
worst
into
thing in
him,
the world.
resetting, running.
Damn.
Yeah.
But you got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's literally the only thing different about it is that it's got a different color scheme and it sparkles when it
Yep.
comes out. And that's it.
That's all that matters.
That's fucking
Yeah.
it.
People spend hours resetting their game to try to get a shiny. And
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
It's crazy.
I-
Do you guys have the cards or anything?
I don't really mess with the cards.
Yeah,
My
no,
girlfriend does, so.
I tried the cards when I was young, but
Okay.
the game itself is just kind of like, I don't know, the card game is complicated, personally.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like, it kind of has the same situation as Magic, but it's dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I even when I figured out how to play it, I was just like, Yu-Gi-Oh is so much better.
Oh yeah.
And
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Duel
Oh,
Masters
fuck
look
with
so
Yu-Gi-Oh.
much cooler
Yeah.
Yeah.
that I don't need these anymore. So I threw them out in the street, and a bunch of kids went up and just started like grabbing
Oh,
them,
wow.
and I felt powerful for the first time in my
Could be
life.
worth something now though.
I know, right? I should have kept them, but I was just like, you know what? The homies, and I just like
My
fucking threw
girlfriend
them all out.
still has like stuff from the 90s and shit. And she's got like, I think it was like the second reprint of Charizard.
Oh wow.
Or yeah, it was the first reprint of Charizard, and it's got like the shadow box under it or whatever.
Yeah.
And I guess that goes for a decent chunk of change, but not for like the very first fucking Charizard. Everyone
the
goes
first
nuts
editions.
over that.
Yeah.
So fucking Logan Paul.
Yeah, it's
Thanks a lot,
because,
asshole.
I became I have a job now this week, but like I was unemployed for a few months, and me and my buddies really got into just buying the new Pokemon cards and stuff like that because Sword and Shield era is about to end.
You needed help.
Yeah, we needed help.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's like, "You're not even making money right now, you're unemployed." And I'm like, "Babe, it's an investment." So, yeah.
Babe, I have all these Youngblood #1 comics that are gonna be worth fucking
millions
in 2010.
Listen to me. These cards are going to be worth so much. We're getting a huge house. Just let me keep
Yeah, exactly.
Listen to me. Valiant Comics is gonna blow up in 2002.
Dude, and I have this really bad habit of when I'll like collect things like that, like Funko Pops. I'll go on a binge for like a couple months, try to get them, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And then like I did with like even AMC stock. I was telling everyone, I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Yep, me too.
Yeah, it went up to $72, and I swear I almost had like 20 grand of it. Now it's worth $4. So,
Man.
yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
dude.
Depressing. So.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. So I have a really bad habit of doing shit like that. So.
Yeah.
So.
I think we all kind of have that. Every once in a while,
Do you
we'll
guys
get it.
ever, like, if you like find a new hobby or something, I have the problem where like I'll buy all the shit for that hobby and get really invested into it, and then I find
Just don't
something
use
new.
it.
I just go do something new, and I actually realized my dad is very much like that. Like he was like really into looking at all these guitars and everything.
Yep.
It was like moved on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm the same exact way.
I'll do the same shit. My dad was like crazy into CB radios for like a decade, and then he just like didn't give a shit. He was like, "Yeah, I'll just sell it all off." And I'm still like into toy collecting. I'm still into like drawing and shit. And sometimes I'll get like drawing supplies that I don't fucking need this.
Yeah.
Why am I getting this fucking like $20 ink nib?
Yeah, right.
That I'm never gonna I'm gonna use twice and then realize I don't know how to use this, and then just put it in the back of my
I
fucking
felt
drawing
like
bag.
I did like the similar thing, but kind of the opposite, where I kept my hobbies like, I don't know, very like one after the other, but I never got rid of one or like, you know, the other. I just kind of kept them all parallel. So then now I have $10,000 worth of music equipment. I don't know, like fucking $10,000 worth of animal supplies.
But do you use it frequently?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I still I guess I just kept all my fuck ton of hobbies.
Okay.
And then, you know, combat sports shit ain't cheap either. There's like 17 pairs of gloves
dude.
around here somewhere.
When we were getting heavy into D&D, I still have
That
like a
too,
bunch of
yep.
paint supplies, and I'll still like paint a miniature or two.
Okay.
I fucking love it. It's very zen. It's very makes you very calm, but it also stresses you the fuck out at the same time.
Yeah.
And I just have so fucking many miniatures. So many, and we just haven't played a game since like our last like campaign, like back a couple of years ago.
Would you ever do an podcast episode where you do D&D? Because I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
We were going to, but the certain schedules just didn't line up.
Yeah. And it'd be a long ass episode, I imagine.
And it just like I was also trying to, because I draw. I was like, fuck it, you know, I'll do like art.
Yeah.
For the fucking show. Like, I think that'd be a cool idea. And then I was going to do like a little voiceover with some music in the background for the intro.
Yeah.
But the person that I was talking to get the music done, shit never really came of it. Like, I don't know what happened. And then everyone was rushing us so bad that we were like, fuck it, let's do the episode. So we do have the episode unedited
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
on my computer. But it's like an hour and a half long.
Oh, it's not bad.
I think we were going to split it up into 2 episodes, but the first episode is only... Yeah, we were going to do like 2 3-hour sessions and then just split that up and then throw them up as episodes.
Damn. Yeah, that'd be sweet.
But shit kind of happened. Nothing really ever came of it, but that'd have been fun.
It's one of the many prospects of the podcast, like, you know, like, because we do like so many, like, you know, food, fucking games, seances sometimes.
Seances. I'm never gonna do a seance, dude. I don't trust that shit.
No, because one time we did something, like, it got weird.
Really?
Yeah, the camera died weird.
Oh yeah.
I still can't make sense out of that day, dude.
We had a falling out with another member of the podcast. Shit happens.
Yeah. Right.
But I had like a weird theory going on with it, so we kind of went to another friend's house where he had ghost shit going on. We're like, let's mash them together. That was a stupid fucking idea.
Oh, God. Yeah.
But yeah, we were in his and it's a friend in the area, funny enough, who also used to live at another house over here where weird shit happened at, like literally right on the corner.
Gotcha.
And then we were like recording it, we were doing this method called the Estes method.
Okay.
And it's essentially where you have a spirit box and you put the headphones on.
Yeah.
And like noise canceling headphones. You put a blindfold over your face.
Yeah.
And then you just ask questions, and then the person will say them out. So they can't hear what you're saying. They can't hear the questions you're saying. So they're not influenced at all.
Yeah.
They're not influenced by what you're doing. They can't see what you're doing at all. And you did a little bit of it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I had completely like blindfolded, and I had this weird like kaleidoscope vision, like steampunk goggles.
Oh, really?
So anytime I looked, it was just sensory overload. I was fucking in shambles. I was like, I didn't even remember what I was saying because it was just that like discombobulating that I fucked myself up. But I was
Very
just
disorienting.
Like, yeah. Dude, it got me a little bit. But I guess what I was saying was kind of like cohesive.
Correlated with what the fuck we were doing at the time, and it was so bizarre because I remember us being up in the room with Lewis doing it, and we were just asking questions. Like there was like a blue painting behind him.
Yeah.
We were like, "Hey, where are you at right now? Where are you at?" And it was like a blue painting of like a blue ship behind him, and all he answered us back was blue.
Oh my god.
Blue.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm out of there.
We were like, "Wait, what the fuck is that? Do you mean the painting?" And then it was just like, "Yes."
Jeez.
And then I was like, "Where are you right now?" And it said, I think something like door, and the only door in the room, because of the way the upstairs is laid out, is a closet. And I was like, "Are you in the closet?"
No.
And then at the same time I say, "Are you in the closet?" it said, "Goodbye." And then the fucking camera, that camera specifically that we're using, said, it shut off.
Jeez.
Oh, and it shows a goodbye message.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was there a window up there?
Yeah.
Oh, dolphin dive right
Didn't the light kind of flicker a little bit too?
Yep.
Yeah, dude, it was weird.
Dolphin dive, high five, and then I jump out the fucking window, dude.
Have you guys ever played or like heard of Phasmophobia? The game on Steam? Yeah, that game. That reminds me of that with the spirit box and everything like that too. So.
I've never heard of it actually.
rough, dude.
Yeah, so they have like all this equipment where you can bring into this like house, and then they have you like talk to them just like that. And it's creepy. They'll respond in weird ways.
Oh shit.
And there's different types of ghosts, so you have to try to figure out what kind it is that you're dealing with and
Catalog
they'll
it.
attack you. Yeah. So it's cool. But,
It's fucking rad.
yeah. Did you guys do candles or anything like that too, or no?
Oh, we didn't do like candles or anything. We just had like a couple of cameras. We had spirit box. We had one of those like goofy EMF detector things.
Okay. Yep.
And it's pretty fucking creepy when you.
Camera? Like just the one camera or any other?
We had two cameras.
Okay.
I have another camera in there that's like a more HD, HDLR kind of thing.
Gotcha.
But it's like we don't have the right kind of like memory card or whatever the fuck, memory stick.
Gotcha.
I don't know, whatever Sony uses, and I won't record for a very long time before it shuts off.
Gotcha.
It's not at the right specific frame rate capture thing, so it'll shut off randomly, and it's really fucking annoying.
We'll upgrade at some point, but if it ain't broken, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100% agree.
When I get a brand new memory stick or memory card, then the camera quality will go up. Until then, we're kind of stuck with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun. I would probably do it again, but it's gonna take a little bit of convincing because that shit was
Yeah.
liquid
That's like one
courage.
area I steer clear of, like paranormal, spooky ghosts. I'm just like, nope, I'll walk away. You just let me know how that goes. Someone else, and I'm good.
Usually we save it for like after dark episodes.
Yeah, exactly. The strangest thing about that shit though, and indulging the whole paranormal phenomenon, if you go out and like try to like find these things, you'll fuck around and find out. Like, I don't know, something weird will happen.
Yeah.
It's like one of the however Rando Not explains it. Like, you're putting your universe juice out there and they're just sending you some shit. Like, You wanted something.
I think that's
Here
a great way to describe it. The fuck around and find out. See, I'm not someone that's like, oh, I don't think that stuff's real. Oh no, I think it's real. I'm not gonna fuck around and find out.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe in it. I just, I don't need to see it. I'm good. I'd rather not be involved.
That basement looks and smells strange.
Yeah. Get your tinfoil hats ready because I'm about to go into some shit. It's just kind of weird when you look into some of the shit and how much of it correlates, even though it's like totally fucking separate.
Yeah.
You could look at Bigfoot reports and shit, and some people have like poltergeist activity afterwards, or there could be like fucking UFO shit and Bigfoots show up. Like there's like a whole thing called Chestnut Ridge in Massachusetts where rolls of people saw this shit.
The problem that might sway people from believing people that start to like see that stuff is if you say like, oh, I saw Bigfoot, and then you're like, oh, I saw a UFO. It's like people not, because you've seen two events that are already questionable, people are now questioning your credibility. But you could be right that after you see one, maybe you're kind of linked in some sort of chain where you start seeing a whole bunch of random stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, like, people have experienced this shit for hundreds of years, and it's weird because I saw some article, some, like, kind of bogus article thing that was like, here's the reports across the world of what's happened with, like, people having UFO sightings. Mm-hmm. And it was, like, only in America. And it feels like they didn't really take time to look at it, to actually look at shit from... Because there's a wide array of shit from like France, from China, Russia specifically has a lot of shit. Some of it could be disinformation because,
of course,
I mean, fucking KGB, all that weird fucking shit. But a lot of shit in Mexico, and South America, Brazil.
Well, let me ask you something. So if you're about to die, right? You're on your deathbed. And you could ask one question about if something's real or what happened with this. Whether it's like JFK dying or the pyramids or the moon. Any of those questions, like, what would be the one question you'd ask? And you die right after, so you can't tell anyone. What would be the question you'd want to know the most?
Is it like Men in Black?
Yeah.
Like,
well, you just die right away. You can't tell anyone.
That's the question I would ask. Is it like Men in Black? Like, they all just walk and fuck around like aliens and cryptids and all this like weird shit. Are they really just chilling?
Yeah.
What's the name of the bad guy from Tron?
Yeah, right.
I don't know what I'd ask. I feel like I
don't fucking know, dude.
Pyramids always kind of threw me off.
I'd probably go with like a deep question, like what is the meaning of life?
Yeah, right.
And then die in peace or in agony if they're like, oh, there is nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Like they give you something either no meaning or just something hallmark as fuck, and then you're just like, ugh, that sucks.
Yeah. The worst kind of answer, just God's looking at you like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I just exist.
Secret ingredient. And then you're just like, okay. And then you turn to dust.
Maybe there'd be some peace in that, though.
Yeah, honestly, I feel
You'd
that.
have a confirmation, like, there is no meaning. It's like,
yeah.
All right, I'm good with that. You confirmed it for me. Thank you.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And what annoys me the most, dude, I fucking hate that show, Ancient Aliens.
Oh, really?
I hate that
I've
fucking
never seen
show.
I've heard of it, though.
I've heard of it. I've never watched an episode.
It's just this guy talking like this about aliens.
Did you know that aliens were actually in ancient India in 27 BC? It's like, fuck you. Shut up. Fucking stop spreading this weird shit, especially about like the pyramids. Like archaeologists already kind of know how the pyramids were built.
Yeah.
They just use math. No.
Yeah, exactly.
They got the Nile is like a couple of miles south.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they just like cut the rocks specifically and mathematically.
It's so crazy.
And it's crazy, but hey, you get enough time and ingenuity.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at somebody sculpting some shit, it's like...
Yeah, and the other thing that I was going to say is you got to think of like what life was like back then. You didn't have like hobbies. Like you weren't going to do a podcast. It was like your whole life from age like 5 to death was like, you're going to work on this pyramid. That is what your meaning is, and that's what you're going to do the entire time.
If you had no royal lineage, or like if you were just a common person, more often than not you were just kind of a slave. and then I don't know.
Shouts out,
even,
dude.
even the slaves had to figure out geometry and then fucking just carve that shit for fucking ever.
And for the most part, it was like the Nile was like a couple miles south, and so they would just get the water wet and move the blocks on that.
Wow.
And literally, it would just, because of the sand scraping up against it, this is my theory, is that it would smooth it out.
Makes sense.
So it'd just be like, hey, killed two birds with one stone.
No, but
They slap it on top, and then you throw a bunch of human suffering at it.
yeah, I was about to say exactly. Not two birds, fucking the whole, but there's a trail of dead people. Like
Specifically Jewish people. I think that was like a big thing in Egypt.
Yeah, yep.
Shout out to my Jews out there. Hey, love the Jewish community, dude.
I do too.
They're great.
You know what the best fucking episode of Rugrats is? The Passover episode.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Never seen it.
It was like the sort of Christmas special they
I've
had.
seen Rugrats, but I can't remember a specific episode.
Yeah, that episode is awesome though. It's like Tommy and the rest are back in ancient Egypt,
Yeah.
and they have to free the slaves.
Okay.
It's fucking,
That's a great
it's
episode.
wacky.
Dude,
It's a great
is
episode.
wacky, but like I don't know, like I love that show, dude.
Yeah.
It's just so like
And they all get stuck in the closet, so they're stuck telling the story to each other.
Used to be, over time, wasn't that on like really late at night?
Yeah.
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 What was it on?
Nick at Night or like
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon?
Yeah,
T-Nick.
T-Nick.
Yeah, it came on really late at night.
Yeah.
I remember that. You'd like wake up sometime. Everyone has that like. There's all the memes about George Lopez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waking up at 3 a.m.
He's even.
He's my sleep paralysis demon.
I do remember that. And I remember George Lopez like.
You wake up at like 2, 3 a.m. from like a nachos-induced fucking coma.
Cold sweat.
Cold sweat.
Yeah.
You got dried Mountain Dew on your lips. You look up and you just see his big fucking head jumping, doing a backflip on a trampoline.
Yeah. The opening scene.
There's some peace in that though.
Yeah, exactly.
It was.
It gives me like the late night vibes. Like, you know, sometimes you just wake up at 3 a.m. and I don't know, that's just unfortunate.
You wake up to, tell me, how am I supposed to live without you? And then it fucking, the sounds of the 80s.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Exactly, dude.
it's like fucking spot on, dude.
Yeah. It'd
That
be like
whole
that,
era.
like the nanny too. Remember that show?
But anyway, friend.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
I was just about to do it.
friend dresser.
I've actually seen more of that show than I'd like to admit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Golden Girls.
Oh, my mom used to love that fucking.
Oh, I fuck with Golden Girls, dude.
I would, and when
Love it.
I was young, I would like come into the living room and my mom would be watching that in the morning.
Yeah.
Golden Girls. It was like a staple, and I was like, oh, I hated it.
Yeah.
But now that I'm older, I guess I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I was a big Everybody Loves Raymond fan too.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I watched it, even though he's so grumpy. Like, you know.
Raymond, you're my brother.
Yeah, it's just his brother.
Raymond.
His mom would just ram into the house and
Yep.
say all this shit. It was so funny.
Raymond.
Dude, there was that
Brother
like
Raymond.
that stint in like the early 2000s too. Like My Name Is Earl and
Yeah.
I fucked with those shows so
All
heavy.
those shows, they don't. Do they? I feel like we don't have anything like that.
No, we don't.
The last like good modern, like I guess you could call it sitcom, and it was still kind of cringy, but I thought it was funny. It's over now, was Modern Family.
I was just about to say, dude, I love Modern Family. I actually do like Modern Family a lot.
Pretty funny.
It's not my thing, but there's some like there's bits that are so fucking funny.
It's
Yeah.
the dad. The
Yeah.
dad is funny as fuck.
Dawn of the Dead Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his name, but he's funny as fuck. He carries that show.
Yep. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah. It was a good show.
The gay couple too.
Yeah.
I forget their names, but they're so goddamn funny.
They're funny. I feel like that was the last like good kind of sitcom-ish show that was like, I don't know when that started. I'm gonna say late, like
Yeah, because it went longer than the
like
Office did,
2016.
Yeah.
20.
I think it might have been on before that.
Oh fuck yeah! I forget how old this one is.
Right? It went like 12 seasons, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it like surpassed like The Office and everything. Like
Yeah.
It kept going after that.
I never followed that one, but if I was flipping through channels and I couldn't find something, it was like, all right, this is entertaining. Like,
Yeah.
I can throw this on. It was never like I've never actually seen it like from season 1 to 12 seasons.
I think so.
Yeah.
I've never seen it like that. Like I've seen other shows, but
But yeah, if you're flicking through, then you won't turn it if you like it. Yeah.
It's
Always funny.
Do you guys like sitcoms like The Office or Parks, where like the camera kind of moves with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though they are
Sometimes.
like in their own rights, like terrible.
Yeah.
Like I love them. I love them.
Yeah.
Community has some funny episodes. It's not my thing.
The first 4 seasons of it's great, but then the rest of it's like, yeah.
Always Sunny is probably the best one
my
for me.
It is the best one.
It is absolutely the fucking best one.
Yeah.
Even now, like even if some episodes have kind of dipped in quality, it's still like as funny as it was
Yeah.
back
You ever
in like
listen to their
06.
podcast?
Yeah.
There's pretty
Love
good.
that show.
Yeah. I've recently
The,
started listening to theirs. And,
Yeah.
The sound lady is actually Megan is she worked for
in the show.
Yeah.
Community.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she worked on
She's
Community.
a writer, right?
Yeah, she was actually one of the ladies that Dan Harmon harassed. Unfortunately.
Oh, wow. I didn't know. Yikes.
Yeah. So they got a pretty funny podcast too. I love how some of the characters in that show have just degenerated into.
Yeah. Rather, they made their lives terrible, or they're just terrible, but then they just decided to just stay terrible.
Yeah,
And, like,
like Bill Ponderosa
Yeah.
has progressively like become more and more of a scumbag.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of the best characters in that show.
It's like when we were talking about cricket and how he's just slowly turning into like a Mad Max like ghoul. Like,
Yeah.
We actually today we were talking with our friends. We did an episode of a couple weeks ago of God, I can't think of the movie with Leo. Oh, The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did that, and on that episode, we were kind of talking about, if you guys know, Leonardo DiCaprio has a trend of dating women that are younger than him.
Uh-oh.
yeah, little young, yeah.
Going a little 90-day fiance with that.
Yeah, well, we were talking today. I think all of our friends are finally on the same page that he's kind of a sicko because he's 47, 48, and he's supposedly, it's rumored, who knows if it's true, but he's with someone that's 19.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Come on, Leo.
And, I mean, I don't want to see him get canceled because he is a pretty good actor, but if that's what he's up
Well,
to...
I was in the episode, don't go back and look at that, but I was defending him in a way because the argument was 25-year-old.
Oh.
So I feel like if you're in your 40s dating a 25-year-old, I feel like that's not that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
know.
want that, I guess, in a way, right?
I mean, yeah,
It's weird and it's slightly immoral, but it's not like illegal.
No.
And at that point, I feel like at 25, 26, you start to come into your own.
Women are
bit
more
as an-
mature.
yeah.
But,
People have that argument.
Teen, now he's a
19.
teenager.
Yeah,
right?
If we're saying teen,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
I don't
Teeny
know,
bopper.
bro.
You can't legally buy a drink.
I like to take a teeny bopper.
Oh man.
that's in that territory where it's like, okay, yeah, it's not illegal, but your morals should probably steer you in a different
Yeah.
direction.
Like Leo, you know what you're doing, dude.
Like my girlfriend is 6 years older than me.
Okay.
But she looks like she's fucking 15 some days. It confuses people because it's like I'm fucking younger than she is. But at that point, it's like I'm 26. I'm 27. She's 33.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not
But you
that
guys-
weird.
And you're both in an age area where you're like adults. You're
Yeah.
established adults. It's
Oh,
not like
We're very close in the range of like our generations being pretty similar.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jen, girl. Again, it's a rumor. I don't want to say for sure. But
Right.
talking Gen, like younger Gen Z,
Woo!
like whatever that is. 48 is Gen. Is that a
Why?
millennial or Gen X?
I don't think
Gen-
he's
yeah,
older
Gen-
than millennial, isn't it?
He's
X,
not, he's
Gen
not
X.
booming, but like
He's
you know,
Gen
like,
X.
he's like
Gen X is our parents' generation, so it would be like, yeah,
Yeah.
around that.
yeah. I don't know.
He's on the like young end of Gen Z.
Dilf Manor, baby.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, though, I feel like society's just kind of green light and shit like that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, should we get into MILF Manor?
Oh, dude, is there? Like
I haven't seen the new episode yet, but
I haven't either.
I'm behind too.
I haven't watched it, so I can't comment.
oh, dude, I love that fucking
worth it
show.
for
It's awful. It's so bad, but you should definitely watch it.
Yeah.
What's it on?
TLC.
Okay.
The Learning Channel.
Oh, you're gonna learn some.
All right.
You're gonna learn about cringe. You're gonna learn today.
Alrighty.
It's I think one episode. Okay, so they have to do like challenges every episode, and you know they throw in these people, they throw in these milfs, these young hot studs that are their
We watch the
sons.
same show?
Yeah. And they have to do challenges like each week, and they win. The challenges are also like so fucking weird and
They are.
ambiguous.
Yes.
They're confusing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I feel like they make them confusing on purpose just to mix things up.
Yeah, and they're so random.
It's almost like there's barely an objective to this show other than just to the shock value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go and
With
take it
a,
on
with
there.
a name like that, I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
Exactly.
MILF Manor is pretty wild. There's, in the newest one, they had to. What the fuck did they have to do? God, there's. It was pretty tame, I think, this episode, but I think one of the last episodes they had to like tell their deepest, darkest secrets. And one of the guys, 100%, I feel like he fucking lied. It's this one specific dude, and I feel like he fucking lied.
Really?
It's this one dude, the guy with dreadlocks and the ponytail.
Oh, okay. That's one of the guys I do like. Because he's the older one, I think.
Yeah, but he keeps doing this shit where he's like, I'm the mature one.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
And he keeps doing that shit, and he keeps trying to be like, I'm the nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but on one of the secrets, he put up that he had like a 5-way or some shit with like 4 other women. You're lying, bro. You're lying.
Yeah.
You're lying.
I have to
dog.
say the most alpha thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could be on a date with a MILF, and then in the next seat next to you is a guy dating your mom.
Yeah.
So you go on the show with your mom, who is perceived as a MILF, and guys are trying to fuck her and sleep with her, while you're trying to do the same to some other guy's mom.
That sounds like
Yeah.
a real disturbing
Swap.
show. Something you
You
need
could
like
be
they
my
need
mom.
on-site therapist.
It sounds like everyone's walking on thin ice.
You
What
could
if
be
the
my
roles were reversed? What if there was a DILF Manor? Do you guys think it would work at all?
fucking each other's
With a
moms.
45-year-old dad and then like a
Every
No,
Mother's
but that's
Day
the
needs
double
a
standard
Mother's
to
Night.
it. But
Yeah.
also, like, I don't feel like gender has anything to do with these things just being like peculiar.
Yeah.
To be nice.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I love how the one blonde lady, like 6 hours into meeting each of these dudes, just immediately went for the one black dude.
Yeah.
Was like, we're going back to my fucking room right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then there was one mom and
Wow, wow, wee, wow.
2 other moms were speaking Spanish to each other, and she's like, "Don't speak that language here."
They're in Mexico.
Yeah,
They're in fucking Mexico.
yeah, it's crazy.
don't speak that language on this land. Like, what,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
This
Like,
is the native language.
Yeah. You were talking about if it was reversed roles, and I think I saw this on fucking Joe Rogan, but there would absolutely be fistfights.
Oh yeah,
oh yeah.
Dudes would be body slamming each other into fucking armoires.
yeah. Surprised there's not now. With the,
What did you say to my baby girl? And then
Yeah.
he's just running out with the blanket on, like, chill, bro.
Dude, the worst part, the
Wait,
fucking
that would
worst
actually
part.
be almost more entertaining.
Yeah.
Right on.
That'd be kind of badass,
Like a
actually.
run-on Jerry Springer episode. Like,
Yeah, this one is just.
Because the dads, you know, there's going to be the girls trying to get with them, but at the whole time in the back of their mind, they got to be thinking like, "Wait, my daughter's here."
yeah,
Oh!
Yeah.
they gotta do it. They gotta make a spinoff.
Dude, imagine, like, being in the next room
Oh.
and
God.
hearing some dude
Oh,
Here in the
going to Pound Town.
oh no.
pounding it down.
Mommy! You just hear in the next room, you hear in the next room.
I'm gonna shoot. And then you're just sitting there, just
Some dude that's like, some guy that's like 19, just, yeah, you fucking like that, baby girl?
Jeez, you know people sign up for that shit too. It's
Yeah. There's no way they couldn't have known because, like, you guys come together to Mexico
yeah.
Yeah.
and you don't say anything to
Yeah.
each other and they act like it's such a shock in the first episode,
How
that
do they
big
think
twist.
They got there.
Right, like, the fuck?
Is there any other like kind of reality TV shows you guys watch or?
let's see, because lately I've just been falling down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I accidentally watched Pimple Popper.
Dude, I watched
Never
it
seen it.
sometimes.
Oh, it's another
imagine
TLC.
eating and
Whoever,
watching that?
like, shout out to the writers of this show. Go lay in the street.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, dude, it's just so rough. And like, I don't normally like. I'm not squeamish.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, I can see my own blood or someone else's blood, and like, it just wouldn't really bother me.
I can watch pimple popping videos, but I've caught like an episode from my girlfriend, and it really just seems like people with like horrible skin conditions that aren't
And
pimples.
really just
Yeah.
The big cyst.
Yeah, like the ones that just got some weight, some
Dude,
girth.
I saw a dude from Wyandotte. Literally
Really?
did it, and he was on a show, and he had 3 big cysts on the back.
Oh.
Yeah, super cool.
And then when they pull him
Oh.
out, she's just sitting there like, "Hey, you guys, watch this."
yeah. Oh, she makes jokes. She's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
best,
She's just fucking swinging that shit around.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's awesome.
Swing it like a helicopter.
I love the show. My girlfriend's like, I'm not watching this shit, and I'm like, please, yeah.
Please.
She's like, we're eating. So
Oh,
yeah.
I can't look away. I can't.
I won't watch it while I eat. That is crazy, but
That's
it is
gross.
You're hardcore if you.
Yeah.
Have you seen like the 1,000-pound sisters too? Have you seen
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
No shade, but fucking like the like the kind of like
That's all
the
the
bigger
fucking shade,
one.
dude.
Yeah.
Like they're
Oh,
funny.
she's so
like
mean,
she's
though.
She is no, she's mean as fuck.
Yeah.
But now she's in the series like she's at like one of those like away homes.
Yeah.
Like
I'm only
Yeah.
in season 2 right now.
oh okay
So,
okay.
don't spoil anything.
Yeah okay no spoilers.
wow.
But
I
like
have to lose
She
the weight.
loses 500 pounds.
she's still mean
one
and
sister's
got her
doing pretty
moxie,
well.
but
Yeah.
like
Really?
she's sad. She's going through it a little bit.
Yeah. Dude, they like can't even stand up, and everything is brutal.
No.
Yeah, it's
No. They've gotten to that point of fatness where, look, I'm a fat guy. I've lost a ton of weight, but like I'm still a hefty boy. There's some people that get that fatness where it like starts to go onto their forehead and
Yeah.
droops down,
Oh yeah.
and it looks crazy
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
And I know people like that in my own personal life, but
Yeah.
whoo, they got it bad, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn.
You ever seen 1,000-Pound Best Friends?
No, I heard of that one though.
No, I've never.
Why are there so many
Dude, there's so
shows?
many of these shows that are in
They
like.
don't want them to like get better and like seek help
They
for
just
their weight
want
issues.
to get ad revenue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this freak show, this 6,000-pound woman.
I was just. Then that's what they're kind of like marketing for. Like that's the demographic they're shooting for. These people that just wanna like.
I
I
could
don't-
not be like an executive for that network and be like, all right, I need you to find the fattest.
Yeah, exactly. It's
No, they like
morbid.
numbers.
It's like it's fucked up, but like people watch this shit.
You
I
ever
don't know if it
seen-
gives them instant gratification or if it's just like a train wreck and you're just like drawn in. But like, I struggle with it.
Yeah.
I struggle with the
I think it's
series.
probably a little bit of both, the train wreck and the instant gratification.
Yeah.
Kind of like 90 Day Fiance.
Yep. My
That's-
mom loves that
Look
one.
away.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The other way is great too.
Yeah.
I like the one bigger girl that got with the Arabic dude from Jordan. Was it Jordan? I could be totally wrong about that, but he was like, I did not expect her to be so big, and he was like trying to get her to like start losing weight and shit.
Yeah.
And they were like running up hills and stuff, and he was like, "Come on, come, you're so lazy, you're so lazy. Come on, come." But like trying to like motivate her that way. Oh, I love that shit, dude.
Oh.
That show's a fucking mess.
Yeah. Yeah, my girlfriend she makes me watch the Love is Blind. You ever heard of that one on Netflix?
I've seen it.
Yeah. So that
I've
one's
seen
like,
some of it.
so they
Is that
speak.
the island one?
No.
No,
So
no.
they speak, but they can't see each other. So they're speaking through a wall to each other.
Yeah.
In pods, as they call them. And they do it for a couple weeks, and then they get engaged to each other if they really like the person.
Yeah.
So if I have a really good connection with Rob, I'll just propose to Rob, and then I won't see him for the first time. Yeah, until we're ready.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
And then, but half the time, like they'll
Sorry,
meet
baby.
each other in person, and they're like, "This guy's not my type."
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
exactly.
It's super awkward because they're engaged.
It's so fucking funny too, because I see like I've caught like a couple of clips of it where you
Yeah.
can visibly see the person
It's like-
kind of retract a little bit, like, fuck.
This is who I proposed to, yeah. Or this is who I said yes to. And then they have a month to decide if they want to go through with the wedding or not. And then they don't have them decide until they're at the altar, like saying "I do."
What?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
fuck.
That could be humiliating.
Oh, it's crazy.
There's another one that's really similar to it too, where it's like
On Netflix.
maybe
There's a few that
it's on
I feel
Discovery
like
Plus.
that'd
I
be
think.
so weird. Like your whole, like let's say you actually do go through with it, and it's like your love life started from like you couldn't even see each other, and you're part of a TV show.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Well, it's
Like,
like
that's
they
not
want
very-
you to make that.
That's
personal.
not organic.
Yeah. And then they just
Yeah.
they give you like this device that is matrimony,
Yes.
and then they're just like, here it is. This
Yeah.
is the best thing ever for everyone. So figure it out. And like you're now married to this person that you don't know at all.
Yeah.
Hope they don't have a criminal record and or a serial killer.
Yeah, because like you only have that month with each other, so it's like, you know, how do you have those fights to see if you can make it through and like, you know, learn stuff from them? And,
Right?
You
A
know.
month is not enough time.
It's not,
to just
no.
be like, oh, okay, I'm getting.
But it is cool that they're like, so they'll go to Chicago and just get people that live in Chicago. So there's like not like the, you know, you live, you know, 5 states away from me kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they do try to do stuff like that. I think the last season was in Texas or something, but
Fuck, I'm trying to remember what the show is called, but I think it's Married at First Sight.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's very similar,
Yes.
but they don't even talk beforehand.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's even
They
crazy.
just
Why would you
marry him
wanna
right
sign
off the
up
bat.
for that?
Yeah, right.
Really want to get married.
I think there's been like 2 or 3 successful relationships from it,
Yeah,
but
that
it
sounds
was
about right. I can't
But-
imagine many more because
there's a fucking priest that vet these people beforehand and they try to matchmake them.
Yeah.
There's a priest, which automatically is like, okay, what the fuck are you doing? There's like a there's like 3 different psychologists or some
Yeah.
shit, and then they just marry them.
Yeah.
They just marry them together, and they're just like, go for it, do it.
Well, dude, there's even shows like The Bachelor that's been on for like 30 years, and
Yeah.
and that there's barely any couples from that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these shows clearly don't work, but like there are people that just really want to
yeah,
get
it's
married.
entertaining. I guess.
It
It sure is.
And again, it's just like I don't know what's so like polarizing about these shows, but I don't know if it's just like the secondhand embarrassment that you
Yeah.
just feel from this couple that just tried to make it work
Yeah.
out of fucking literally no
Nothing.
contextual anything.
Yeah.
Or just
Hey, it's me, Brett
when
Michaels.
all the easy pitfalls just happen. Like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, turns out I hate your family. Oh wait, you wipe weird. Like you know, like
I feel like in the shows they look for like conventional attractiveness. They look for
Yeah.
2 people that are like conventionally attractive, like the stereotypes, and then as the viewer, you're like, oh, those 2 will work.
Yeah,
perfect
yeah.
together.
yeah.
Yes.
When in reality, like their personalities and everything could be vastly different.
Yeah.
In the real life.
And it's also just the way that they present the show and like edit it and shit.
Yeah.
Where it's like you could really never know unless you have met these people in
Yeah,
person.
you have to actually.
Yeah, they can give them
be
like a
there.
villain edit or something.
Yeah, the villain edit,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Fucking
The Robert villain edit of Spooky Boys.
Yeah.
I'm just
Oh,
antagonizing all the
you
guests,
got the little horns.
talking over everyone.
Are you guys sports guys at all?
If there's not a fist fight involved, I'm kind of like, in
Hockey,
and
that could
out.
happen in hockey.
Yeah, see, exactly. And that's why like I want to go to a hockey game. I've never been to a hockey game before.
Really?
Really? Never been to like a Wings game?
Yeah, never. I know it's like weird. Like back in the day, like I was kind of there for sports. I was shitty at most of them because
Yeah.
I was young and chunky.
I was never great.
Yeah.
But like I went to the Pistons games when in their golden years. Like I went to like the Lions. I went to like the Tigers. Actually, I only went to the Lions once.
Detroit basketball.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
That
exactly.
shit, dude.
Yep.
But like I just
awful.
none of it ever stuck with me.
I mean, it doesn't help that all Detroit teams suck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too. That's another reason to fall out of it. Because sure, I could root for all these other teams just based off of what I know about the game and like.
Yeah.
But like that's why I feel like I'm more towards combat sports now. It's just
Yeah.
one King of the Hill type shit. Like it's one dude. You figure out his weird Tekken background story, and then like he just goes beats on a bunch of jabronis.
Well, so will you watch like UFC? Like
Oh
and
yes.
stuff? Okay.
Yeah, I'm heavy into like UFC, ONE FC, Glory.
Oh, nice. So
Like
you buy all the pay-per-view stuff?
somebody does.
Hey.
Thank you, internet.
Oh, we buy it legally.
Yeah, we buy it legally, if anyone asks.
Yeah.
So are you guys gonna watch like the Super Bowl tomorrow?
You know,
I didn't even know it was coming.
Really? Wow. I love.
I'm not a sports guy.
Yeah.
I'm
See, I never
more.
played, but
I like fake sports. I like wrestling.
wrestling. Yeah.
I was actually never huge into sports. I just kind of I'll follow along a little bit because like my friends and stuff follow it. But it's
It is.
for me.
Yeah.
I can't say anything negative about sports. It's fun to watch.
Sure,
you know,
yeah.
when you're in a big group setting and you're with your boys and they fucking love it. It's like, hey,
It's entertaining.
I guess I like it too now.
Yeah.
No, it's kind of the same thing. Like a baseball game, for example. Like I would never watch a baseball game on TV, probably ever. But if
Yeah.
I go to a Tigers game, like I'm entertained all of this.
Yeah.
yeah. You'll be immersed by like the hype, the
in
energy.
the environment, but like I would not go home and spend my time.
Last year,
Yeah.
I got to go see the UFC in person. Like, I went all the way to Arizona and made this
how was that?
grand extravaganza trip. Dude, it was so fucking sweet.
Really?
The energy was
That's
just
sweet.
electric. Like, when the people were coming out, like, going up to the cage.
Yeah, you went
all
to
hear is
Vegas, didn't
everyone,
you?
Yeah. I went to Vegas and then drove to Phoenix. Everyone just fucking did the wave. And it was just like, you hear Bruce Buffer, like, come out, it's time! And then everyone just fucking shits everywhere. You see fucking beer flying up. And I'm just like, yeah.
That's cool. I think that's one of the things, like any kind of sports event or even a concert if you go to.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I've told Josh this before. I'm like, I honestly I have a pretty diverse music taste. I will go see like basically any kind of music live, just because like even if I'm not a huge fan of the music,
Yeah.
the atmosphere,
Yeah,
people,
dude.
it's so fun.
Same.
Like,
Yeah, man.
It's just like I don't even have to be a huge fan of the music, but the people there, the environment does it all for me.
Yeah, I mean, there was this one fucking band that we would catch by accident every single. They were not great music. It was like kind of like early 2000s. Yeah,
Very mid and dad.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
very mid and bad.
Mid and dad.
Mid and dad. Yeah, it was very butt rock, 101 WRIF kind of shit.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
And they were like Godsmack Light. They were called St. Ridley.
Okay.
And we would catch them at almost every other fucking show.
Yeah.
And at some point we were just like, let's just fucking mosh every time we see them.
Yeah.
And we did too. We just jumped. We made a pit
We were
specifically
exactly. We
for
were the
them.
back row. Like, we just made it happen. Like,
Even if we were the only fucking people there, we moshed out for them.
I feel like
Shout
I
out to
ironically
fucking
became a fan. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. Like,
ironic, unironic.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very.
Like walking out, you're like, yeah, fuck it. I guess I'll get a t-shirt.
It's nuanced. You wouldn't get it.
yeah.
Yeah, they
I
rock.
got the CD
dude.
in my car, but I hide it every time he's around.
What's that shirt, man? No.
Jacket real quick. Old in here.
Yeah, they rock, dude. Yeah, even if you're not like a huge fan of a specific person's music, I think if you're like in the crowd, like you know, it'll hit you at some point.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I went to years ago. I went to a couple like EDM shows. And
Yeah,
that
dude.
that was never really like my space, but the people there, I got into it. Like it was a good ass time. Like
Hell yeah, dude, I love mushrooms too, brother.
Yeah.
that pretty much be the first time. Yeah, no, totally. Like I totally dig that stuff. Even though like I hadn't at that point. But I went to a show in Chicago.
At that point.
Yeah. Disclaimer.
Yeah.
All right.
But I went to a show in Chicago, and it was like the first time I went. Like it wasn't even that I was not really into it, but the people were so friendly. Everyone's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is your first like you're going to go see this dude," and I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, rock on, man! There, you're gonna have a great time." And it was like, it was the people there that made the experience a lot more fun because everyone's generally, assuming you're at an event where everyone's not like drugged out,
Yeah.
is having a good time and they're jamming to the music and whatever it may be, you'll have a good time no matter what.
Oh yeah, and like it's funny that you even mentioned like EDM because for a while it wasn't my thing at all. It was just fucking background noise for me. Like like I liked it, but I was just didn't care about the artist or like any of
Background
that.
music to a Tekken match. Pretty much kind of music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like even like early techno, like my early techno was like house shit and like Deadmau5 and like
Yeah.
shit like that, and like I just didn't know what I was in for, and I went to movement and I did Molly and mushrooms, and
Disclaimer.
there was sensory overload. the
Then
whole
you
day.
really hit the movement.
No. But like you said though, the vibe was just there. There were like people just in straight up, just like the skin Always Sunny in Philadelphia like suits. They're
Yep.
just like Green Man and like Golden Girl and just like breaking down at the same time. And I'm just like fucking high as fuck. And I'm just like, I guess, dude. Like,
Yeah, it's like getting in that mindset of it, right?
yeah, exactly. Like, damn, this is a long song. It's like, it's been like 20 minutes. It's for like 4 people. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sober, and this is.
Some guy I just met. You want to try ecstasy? I'm like, oh, dude, I got work in the morning.
All right, fine.
Yeah, no, the first time I went to one of those shows, I was actually completely sober. I think I drank or something. I didn't take anything. But it was still a really good time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, I was, probably, if there were I'm just gonna. There were more than 100 people there, but if there were 100 people there, I'm sure 97 of them were on something.
Yeah.
There was me and 2 other people that weren't. But it was still a good time no matter what, and I think I've kind of always carried that view. It's cool that you guys too that just like dig live music and live sports. Like it's just a good time.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a sport live. I went to WWE thing.
You never been to like a Tigers game?
I was at a Tigers game when I was like little.
Okay.
And I don't remember much about it other than a ball hitting my mom. And then
What a memory. Yeah.
and then we didn't get it. It like bounced off of her. Somebody else
Smashed
behind her
off
got
her
it.
head. I was like, I got it.
Yeah.
Hard bank. She's just like, ah.
And it's like we were kind of like, hey, what the fuck? And then
Can
they
I
just
have
never.
that?
No, they were just like, no, it's ours. And they got into an argument, and then we were just like, it's not even fucking worth it. Let's just go. It's the fucking Tigers. We're not.
Yeah.
I like when you see like someone that's like their kid, like with a baseball mitt. It's like some random guy just overreaches over the kid, grabs it.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw you. That's so horrible. Like, occasionally you'll see the person actually like give it to the kid. Like they should. Like, okay, dude, you're 47. Like you can live without the baseball. But the 6-year-old won't ever forget this memory.
Yeah, exactly. Just like let it go.
Yeah.
It's like those clips you see of like people dunking on fucking like 7-year-olds and shit, just off the fucking rim of the hoop.
What if that 7-year-old was a shit talker?
It'd be like that. It fucking be like that,
Giving
dude.
him the villain edit.
The villain edit, dude. People don't think it'd be like it is, but it do.
Just smirking, just you're whack, whack, and you're like, boy.
Boy. That's what it do, Yugi.
That's what the fuck I'm talking. Yeah, his little kid's just like on the ground. You just fucking elbowed him.
It's like that meme of that guy getting 4th place or whatever, and cracking open the fucking going crazy with the champagne, popping bottles, baby.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. All right. Well, I think that's.
Yeah.
I think that's an
Hey,
episode.
Solid episode.
Solid episode.
It's very solid. Before we leave though, I want to bring something to your guys' attention. I feel like
What?
you'll really appreciate.
What do you want, dude?
It's called a vajankle.
What the fuck is a vajankle? Is this something that we can't show on screen?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think
We could
like
blur
it's
it.
an
Is
issue.
this something that's gonna ruin my campaign?
Yeah, right.
Campaign.
Why do we use the jangle? No low balls. I know what I got. I've done this one before, but people keep sending it to me, and every time I just think to myself, the world we live in, because I've done the research. This is a real thing you can buy. And
It's upsetting.
You can probably get this off DH Gate for like
Holy
$15.
shit.
There's somebody out there.
It's fucking Photoshop, dude.
Nah, dude, that's a vajankle. It's an
Looks
actual
real to me.
Fucking hate you, dude.
Yeah, dude. I just want to show you. Just want to show you guys that.
You know what I
Somewhere
love?
out there, there's a dude fucking a foot.
I love that TikTok. It's either a TikTok or an Instagram where this guy shows off like custom-made fleshlights, and there's like a Kentucky Fried Chicken one,
I've seen that one, yeah.
and the holster is like a fucking holster. Jesus Christ!
Holster.
Got a
Yeah.
sheath container.
It's like the chicken container. There's one where it's Mater from Cars. So
Hater has a
Oh
fucking
Lord.
has a pocket pussy.
the Mater Baiter, baby.
Jeez. Imagine the guy buying that.
Skadoosh.
Yeah. That's
Ciao,
what.
whatever.
Ka-chow. That's what you're gonna say when you're done, dude. Skadoosh.
Right when you're climaxing.
Ka-chow.
Oh.
I feel like lightning queen, baby. I feel like lightning.
Yeah, I would love to meet the people that buy those.
So
That specific, like, Vader.
What goes through your brain? When you're like, I think you know what? There has to be.
I'll tell you what goes through your brain.
Yeah.
I'm about to finish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bust.
You're watching Cars while...
before the purchasing. You're typing in your credit card, and you're like, this seems like a good idea.
I have a buddy that swears by his pocket pussy. He even pulled it out one day. He was just like, bro, This thing right here, he turns it on. It's like, wom, wom,
Have you ever seen
It
Blue
made
Mountain
the
State?
same noises. It made the same noises that fucking, like, you know, the 90s. Any 90s cartoon that showed a tiki anything. Like the fucking Courage the Cowardly Dog noises. And I was like, get that thing away from me. I don't know if you watched it. It's intimidating.
Remember that Blue Mountain State episode, dude?
Yeah, they all get the disease. And,
They all got sniffles.
yeah, yep. Yeah.
Oh fuck! All right, we're cutting this fucking episode off. No, I can't take this anymore, dude.
Shout out to Vajankles.
Yes.
I want to cut the vagina.
Shout out to the Mater Bader, baby.
Peter. Oh,
That's
good,
it.
dude.
All right. Anything you guys want to plug real quick before get out of here?
Go check out our episode with you guys.
Yeah,
Halloween Ends.
Halloween
Small Guys
Ends
Podcast.
episode on Small Guys Podcast has the Spooky Boys here.
Yep, we'll have you guys on again.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yes, brother.
There's some movies
Well,
coming up
see
that I'd love to talk about.
Oh yeah, dude. Like I think for the next every week, pretty much there's something
There's
crazy.
new movies, something.
You know what? We're gonna go see. Our next episode is gonna be Winnie the Pooh.
Oh,
And I saw you talking about it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I wanted to mention that too, before I forgot. But yeah, we're gonna go see it Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, come. I mean,
Hell yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
it's
fuck it.
7 p.m. So,
Yeah, let's do it, dude.
That'd be cool to go.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down.
yeah.
All right.
All right. But yeah, thank you guys for having us on.
Thank you.
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
yeah, dude.
It was great having you guys on. Go check out Small Guys. Go check out our Spotify, YouTube, pretty much most platforms. Go check out Esper #1. #2's coming out soon. My comic, my original comic about psychics, high strangeness, ultra violence. It's a lot of cool shit.
Yeah.
You're gonna like it. I think if you like old '90s garbage comics, you'll love it.
That's the place to be.
Go check that out. Instagram, download all that shit.
Appreciate it.
I feel like
Appreciate it, buddy.
Whenever we plug things, I always forget half the shit.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you ever get lost a little bit when you're plugging stuff?
You're like, did I say the YouTube yet?
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
All right, we're out of here.
Like us on, and then it just edits off.
All right. See ya. Goodbye.